Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, then welcome. Please like, subscribe, and share if you enjoy my videos. It'd be much greatly appreciated. Today, let's talk about it. Surviving R. Kelly. I just want to put the disclaimer out there before I get started that I do not condone any of these actions. I do not condone anything about him. Um, these are just some of my opinions that I have as I can see things from all sides. You know, I believe that this whole situation is sad, it's disgusting, and it's weird. But on the other hand, I just feel bad and I feel sad for these people. And I just want to reach out and give everybody a hug, even R. Kelly, because just hearing about his past and what he went through, and that is no excuse. I don't want anybody to think because they had a hard childhood that they can use these things as excuses. When we get older, we know better, we do better. Um, so I just, it really, really bothers me because, and let me just take a step back from that because this whole situation got me thinking, and it's like, we got to do better as people. We tend to set each other up for failure and we don't even realize it because we're selfish in ourselves. Now, I want to go back and I want to talk about these girls first of all. As a young woman, being 14, 15 years old, and seeing these guys that were in high school, it was, it didn't seem like a thing back then. You know, I thought it was cool. Everybody that I kind of knew were dating older guys. They had cars, they were giving out money. And it's like, that's the it kind of thing to do. So you can't really put the blame on these girls. And I know that people are saying that, like I said, with the whole thing of, these guys being older, but you have to blame the guys. The guys are over 18 years old and they know that these girls are 15, 16 years old. It doesn't seem like a problem then. I have saw so many even episodes of Teen Mom where the boyfriend was 18 and the she was 15. Or I just see so many pedophilic or whatever the word is, and I do apologize if my vocab, but I'm just so annoyed with this whole situation is because this could have all been prevented. If you had the right mothers and the right fathers in people's life, because right before I did this video, I went and I asked my parents, and I'm 34 years old. I couldn't tell you. My friends can tell you. Their parents, along with my parents, they didn't even let us spend the night at each other's house, and we lived 3 houses down. We literally had to beg each other. I had to be home before the street lights were on. I graduated in 2002, and my senior year, when graduation parties, I had to be home at 12 o'clock. I just don't understand where are these parents at? I know when I got older, I started going off and doing my own thing. But then again, I was older and I was over than 18. But when I was under my parents' roof, they had 110% guidance over me. I could not do anything without them knowing. The day that I lost my virginity and they found out, yeah. So I couldn't even imagine these parents seeing this opportunity. And excuse me, I asked them that. I said, if anybody came to me and offered me a track scholarship and I had to live with him or whatever, because I was a big track runner back then. If they would have did that to me, what would you do? And they looked at me like, if you don't get the hell out of my face. But that's true. That's why it's deeper for me. I can look at him and I can call him disgusting, but I'm looking at those parents and I'm calling him absolutely disgusting. I'm looking at that damn manager and he is the most disgusting out of all of them to me and his brother. I just, I cannot fathom the amount of people that they have manipulated in this whole situation. Not even to mention Drea, his ex-wife, absolutely disgusts me too. And I just want to say this. When you know better, you do better. Okay? Not only that, but you cannot be a victim to your circumstances when you know better. Let me say that again for the people in the back. You cannot be a victim to your circumstances when you know better and you're of age. Okay? Now, whatever the situation may have been with the girls, I just want to put it aside and deal with Drea situation. You're his ex-wife. You were hogtied, and I'm not trying to downplay anybody's situation, but when you're on social media and you're singing and you're talking about this is family for life, and then you get on a docu-series, I mean, whatever, I can call it docu-series because it was 3 days, you get up here and you cry out for as a victim. But how can you be a victim when you're supporting this man? How could I feel sorry for you when you don't even feel sorry for yourself? You're only using this as an opportunity to get whatever you want. Just the same thing as those little girls, and the same thing, that's the only part that they play wrong with me, is that they kind of used this situation to get what they wanted. These parents are absolutely disgusting that you can sell your child, because that's exactly what they did. They sold their child into this. And then when they didn't get the way with they didn't get their way, that's when I feel like all these allegations happen. Now, this manager and brother, as I stated, this manager is just so absolutely disgusting to me that you can sit there as a grown man with kind of like a smirk and basically say that you helped them and it's okay. I think that they should be prosecuted along. If this man goes down, these people need to be charged too. Your brother's sitting up there talking about I like older women. He just likes younger women. Like, that is cool. Think about your daughters. Think about your little sons and stuff. How would you feel if these people preyed on your family? I don't get how everybody sat in up there telling the story like, oh, he's such a monster. He's this and that. But you enabled his behavior. If you, instead of going and enabling his behavior and you went and got him help, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about this today. If he, because I'm not excluding him out of this also, if he would have got up and knew that he had this problem and went and got help, we would not be talking about this today. People have to be accountable for their actions. And this is a society now where everybody is placing the blame on everybody. And that's why I could sit here and I could say, hey, everybody is at fault in here. Y'all can look at R. Kelly and bash him all you want to, but just as you want to bash R. Kelly, you need to bash those managers, you need to bash his brother, you need to bash them parents, and you need to bash every one of those people that came out with that Me Too movement. It is sad and I don't want to bring race into this, but it seems like it's always on the head of the discussion. Bill Cosby is also disgusting in my book, but I also believe that things were persuaded away from his favor. This man is 80 something years old being charged. Y'all wait 20 something years old to charge to talk about allegations of this. Now everybody is in an outroar so he can get charged with this. Okay, today I must say that I did see the news on Kevin Spacey. Now, to what I heard today is that he will not be charged. But this man was a sexual predator and there's not enough evidence. Weinstein. What's going on? Our president of the United States have been in corruption since day one. Nothing. And again, I do not condone his actions, and I feel like he should be in the jail and deserve whatever he gets. But at the same time, we have to start holding everybody accountable. This right here makes me think like we're nobody. These little girls are now coming, these situations, and it feels like it's going to be blown under the rug. You have these little boys coming out talking about these priests, and it's blown under the rug. So when are we going to start taking accountability as people and stopping these people? When are you going to take accountability as a parent and start raising your child instead of letting the world and the TV and the next door neighbor and this because you want to go smoke a blunt or you want to go hang out with your friends or you just don't want to be bothered? A lot of people, it's just a very selfish world and everything is about money, money, money. And that's what this whole situation taught me. It taught me to watch the people that I'm around, your company that you keep. Keep everything on a tight niche because you don't kind of know who is who in the situation until the shit hits the fan. Again, I am not condoning his actions. It's also sad for me to sit here and to know that this man was being molested and all this and no one got him help. That's why I sit here and I want to do these videos because I want to let you know that there is help no matter what. If you feel like you're on drugs, reach out. If you feel like you're in an abusive relationship, reach out. Don't ever be afraid to reach out to a person. It may not be right then and there where you can get out the situation, but trust and believe it will happen if you manifest it in your life. A lot of people stay victims because they don't have the resources. They don't have the tools to get out of the situation that they're in, or they're just not strong enough to do it. But I'm telling you here today, you can do it. You can be strong enough. And I also want to touch on the topic of the whole Black community. A lot of females in a lot of situations that I have, even watched movies, it's not even situations I have ever been in, but I know some people that have expressed these things to their parents, especially their mother. And I'm not trying to bring anybody down, but I know that there are some women, because there's movies about it, where these women have gone to, these little girls have gone to their mothers and stated that someone has touched them. And they don't believe them. People have said, oh, they done hit me. And what does the mother do? The mother goes and takes that person's side. The mother go and take the boyfriend's side. And guess what? They're kicking them out. They're offering these grown men into these people's lives. And then you have these people like him who's a predator and luring these people into this situation. I cannot, like I said, be more disgusted into this because there was help that happened. It wasn't like he sat there and he did all this by himself. And for these people to get up there and I feel like they're glorifying his situation. They're not telling their truth. They're glorifying it. And they're seeking some type of compensation out of this. And that's just my feeling about this. I don't know. Maybe I am just wrong about it. But I also want to touch on the fact that I feel for these little girls. They don't have people around them who love them, because if you really love somebody, you wouldn't sell them. I don't care for any amount of money. Nobody can ever come here and give me an amount of money for I don't for my like no. No. That but I don't know. Maybe I'm just strong enough to get through this, or to understand the situation. I don't know. I just don't understand how money can manipulate anything. And that's what I honestly think this is all about. I honestly think that if money was not in the play with this, we would not be talking about this today. Um I just don't know. I maybe you can help me with this feedback, but I just wanted to just put it kind of like all out there. Just him being molested, and maybe that is the reason why this kind of draw to him, but he should have gotten help. I believe that these people that he invited in his life, even though they were managers, they were getting paid for this, so they felt like it was okay. These parents, they pawned these little girls off on this guy, knowing that he had this issue. And I also want to just talk about a little briefly about the situation with the one of the girls. Now, one of the girls were in the hotel room and the police came there to get him. Now, if you're being captive in a hotel room, why would you tell the police to go away? Why would you tell the police that you didn't want anything to do with your parents? Why are they doing this? So it's just a lot of contradictory going on with this situation. And I hope that this man does get tried, because I do believe that there is some truth to every rumor. But I also want the people that are responsible for this situation, which are the parents, and I also wish that the managers and Drea and all of that. I'm sorry, let me just go back to that situation. As a grown ass woman, excuse my language, as a grown ass woman and being divorced and getting out of that situation, you were supposed to tell your story then. You weren't supposed to wait. It's been over 10 years. Why did you wait this late? You could have saved so many girls' lives, but you sat there and you thought this was okay. And now you're sitting there singing Happy People. And this is your family for life. Do you know how disgusted I am with you? And I loved you on that show. But you absolutely disgust my soul as a woman. A strong woman who has kids, 4 beautiful kids. And you set them up for failure because of why? I can't. This is a sex crave generation. I mean, everywhere you go, you have sex. You have the girls showing their bodies. You have all this body dysmorphia, because that's exactly what it is. If you think that you need a bigger butt or bigger tits to succeed in the world or to get the things that you want, this is what society is putting out in the world, that you need all of this to be like this. But let me tell you something. You don't need that. All you need is this right here. Stop allowing people to tell you that you need to have sex in order to get somewhere in life. As a dancer back in the day, and I can tell you, I've been offered many offers in life just because I was a dancer. But I went to one audition, and that one audition turned me around. But I also, as a 19-year-old girl, I knew that with going in that room, I was setting myself up for failure. So that's why I say you have to hold your own self accountable sometimes too. And I'm not blaming any of those girls. Like I said, I was of age when that happened. But you have to start taking accountability for everybody that had a piece into this. Not only that, but I want everybody who has these allegations against them, even the President of the United States, to be held for his actions. There is no way in the world that you can tell me that, excuse me, a rumor starts from somewhere of the truth. Okay? So if one person come out and say something, please believe to take a little step back and to think maybe they aren't lying. I know that there's girls out here that lie all the time, but at the same time, when it comes to our children and it comes to certain situations, we can't brush it under the rug no more. And that's why I'm doing these videos, because we need to wake up. And we need to be smarter people, and we actually need to be parents and nurturers to our children. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that I did not offend anyone, as I tried not to offend. I just wanted to get all of it out there. So I hope you have a blessed day, and thank you so much for tuning in.